Caracolomobile is an artificial organism which perceives and discriminates human emotional states and expressions. It is the result of a research project inquiring about shapes geometries that are able to achieve maximum movements with the application of minimum forces. Grant from Itau Cultural Institute, Brazil, for the exhibition Art.ficial Emotion 5, from July until September 2010. The organism was installed over a mirror lake in an open, indigo-blue space surrounded by mirrors. During 5 years, several prototypes were developed. Many different materials were used, such as rubber from Amazon, recycled materials, sisal fibers, and titanium. Titanium is a very strong, hard, and light material. Therefore, it is the most appropriate to achieve the lightness and flexibility required by the artwork project. So a different robot was built, something very light, beautiful, and able to dance with flexible movement, showing itself in all angles. That is why it was called artificial organism. Finally, on March 2010, with this grant, it was possible to build the organism as it was conceived. For the artificial organism's interface, we looked for ways to achieve a symbiosis with humans. A not intrusive device, the emotive neural headset, communicates the human's affective and expressive states through the organism's recognition system. The system identifies these states and translates them into images, sounds, and movements. The headset has 16 neural sensors able to articulate expressive, affective, and cognitive states. But since we had 3 months only to develop the whole organism, the expressive and affective suits were chosen. A visual interface was developed to allow the interactor to identify his or her affective and expressive states. Such interface promotes a better understanding of the mind's fluctuations. Organism's design, its colors, organic movements, and sounds resulted from a careful construction. Former research began by studying several geometries such as the cube octahedron and a few fractal possibilities, coming up to the spirals. Like plants' growth patterns, it would be possible to have shapes allowing the creation of structures with growth and movement potential. It was necessary to develop specific mechanisms and procedures to achieve the project's goals, since the available devices were heavy and clumsy, because they have been designed to be used by industry and not for art. Its aesthetics were conceived to create maximum movements with the use of minimum forces. Its poetic explores lightness and the visceral human-machine symbiosis, and its function looked for setup simplicity, modularity, durability, friendly usability, and facility for transportation. Due to the fact that the exhibition's logistic would become too complex, it was chosen to have only trained students using the neural headset as interactors. During the exhibition, a very interesting fact happened. These students discovered that they could control the organism by controlling their own emotions. To control expressions is easy, but to control affective states is very difficult. This fact was not planned, and its emergency opened new possibilities for future research. It was amazing to see how skilled the students became in controlling their emotions.